Peace. This is a meat and potato social production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is gatherings. Social gatherings are very good, especially since we know what happened during COVID. But I would like to offer a caveat along with this story. Before you go to any social gathering, especially if you're going and you're meeting new people, I highly suggest that you do some protection and banishment ritual like the Golden Dawn's ritual of the lesser banishing or the middle pillar or my angelic diamond technique. Because in going to any gathering, people don't practice magic. There's more people who practice magic in the minority than vice versa. So you can go somewhere that can be a breeding ground to attract lower level and negative entities. So when you go there, always do that, because when I went, what had happened was, by me being a telepath and a sorcerer, I was around people that some of them I have never met, and other were good people. But again, you can attract entities, and then we're living in a time where there's a lot of people that are triggered very easy, especially if they don't know you, know very little of you, or your personalities just don't click. So they can get off of that. They're attracted to that. Remember, fear, anger, jealousy, lust. That's like a golden corral buffet spiritually. So what had happened was, I noticed that this energy had hit me, and all these thoughts started coming in my head. It just hit me like a tidal wave, like thoughts I know I never would have been thinking of. And I felt like, I said, I'm picking up on somebody's thoughts and their energy. And then later on, it was a lot of sarcasm lately. And I know how to dismiss it, because I understand what happens when people bring ganja and alcohol into the equation. So I know how that works. So upon getting home, I noticed how sluggish I was, and the next day it felt like I had to vomit. And I didn't vomit, but I had a little sweat. So I said maybe it was something I ate, but I only ate one meal, and that was just breakfast. And then I had trouble sleeping, but some thoughts that came to me. So I said I was going to do some divination, and I did it because I felt something was off. I felt it upon leaving the gathering. So I did divination, and I put the questions that I needed to know, and they said, yes, it was some negative energy directed your way by a person. And I said, okay, understood. And then I asked, was anyone assisting me? And I asked, was it Lucifer? They said no. And then the name popped in my head, but I had to make sure. It said Hecate. And I asked Hecate, was there a problem? She said, yes, but I went with you. And yes, a negative parasitic entity tried to attach itself to you, but I stopped it. And I thanked her, and I just thought to myself, okay, all right, so I was right. Because one thing about it, you want to be careful, but you don't want to be paranoid, or you don't want to be cynical. Because I always say going to gatherings is good. Just exercise prejudice and discernment. But it's good to go to gatherings, because that's good for your mental health and just to get away sometimes. And again, like I just said, and I want to emphasize, everyone does not practice magic. So it's easy for a hostile or parasitic entity to get in anybody's house or apartment. So with me asking those questions, and she said it was a person that had some hostility towards you, and of course, zoom right on in. But 32 hours later, I felt better, and I did some cleansing to make sure. They was like, but nothing's attached to you. So I'm glad that Hecate did that for me. And that was a story that I want to illustrate to the viewers. And I would like to say this in closing. For those who are new to my channel, I would like to say thank you for subscribing and giving you a warm welcome. And for your magical needs, if you are just new to magic or you feel you're adept, please, I highly encourage you to go to my playlist. I have 18 different chapters. It deals with various subjects like plant magic, vampire magic, the Goetia, and rituals and techniques. So please go there if it's anything that you want to know. So gatherings, as I said, was good.
but you have to be careful. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.